Hi everyone. So what is happening today? Today we are with GirlScript Summer of Code 2022, and here's Rohan and here's Subranil, the program manager. Subranil, it's all yours. You're the man of this stream. Go on.
So hey everyone, good evening. GirlScript Summer of Code 2022 welcomes you to the first community bonding session of the year. This is Subranil, the program manager for GSSoC 22. Today we bring to you an insightful Git and GitHub workshop, and Git has been instrumental in shaping modern development processes and fostering open source project contributions. Even small developmental projects may require developers to collaborate and work in teams. And so such a tool is inevitable to skill you must possess to collaborate and participate in any open source program. Right. So let me introduce our speakers. We have Rohan Kulkarni, who is the mentor for Startup Incubator, a project under our GSSoC 2022, and he's very active in community, and you must have seen him helping others and solving the doubts in the server. And next up we have Praveen sir. He's the project admin for README. I'm sure you have met him in an open source program, he's a part of many open source programs, so you must have seen him somewhere. He's hyperactive in the community as well and has been conducting Git and GitHub workshops for as long as I've known him. So it's over to you guys.
So, hey everyone, I'll let Rohan introduce himself. But by the way, I just wanted to say, Nanu Chennai Payanda. Yes, I'm from Chennai. And Rohan, go on.
Yeah, good evening everyone. So, myself, Rohan Kulkarni. I'm a second year student from SITS Pune. Currently, I am doing one backend developer internship at one startup. And I'm learning web development, majorly focusing on one stack.
Okay, cool. A one-liner intro about me is I'm currently a full-stack JavaScript specialist from London, originally from Chennai, India. Right now in Chennai. Day after tomorrow, I'll be in the UK. And I'm a full-stack JavaScript specialist specializing on React.js and Node.js. And I'm also the project admin of Cats and Tech Resume. A resume is something that we all require, right? So why not create something ourselves? That is the main reason why I have got my project here. And apart from this, yeah, I guess that's it. Full-stack developer specializing on React and Node. That's me. So yeah, Subranil, would you like to give us short agenda of today's session? It's already there in the description, but still it would be nice to read it out. And then we will just go ahead and start telling what we are going to do, and we'll see. And please make sure you are interactive. Put your comments, your questions here so that we can immediately answer it. Rohan is extremely responsive in the comments. At the same time, Subranil is the program manager. He is the man for answering anything about GSSoC 22.
So let me give you a roadmap of what we'll be covering today. First of all, you're pretty much aware of it, but what exactly is GSSoC 22? Okay, how to get registered? We have many questions like that, but we had such questions in the previous session as well. But I'm sorry, it's registrations are over now. Okay, so what process do you need to follow? Right. So exactly once you are onboarded as a contributor, what exactly do you need to do as a contributor? Right. How to approach project admins, how to select projects, that kind of thing. Okay, where the projects are, how to choose the right project based on your tech stacks. Like what you are proficient in, what exactly you should contribute in. Okay, next up we have the issues and pull requests. These are like the base things that you need to know in order to contribute properly, right? And a sample workflow we'll be having a demo workflow of how exactly the process from beginning to the end, right? Which will be common in any and every project we have. And finally, we'll have the Q&A session in which we'll be taking up your questions and we'll be answering them, right? So over to you, Praveen.
Okay, so the first thing is, what is GSSoC? The program manager beautifully explained it. It's going to be a 3-month program and it's open source for those people who have got zero clue about open source and development and wants to get into development. This is one of the best ways of getting into it. So I believe a lot of people have heard of GSSoC and a lot of people wants to get into GSoC, right? So this could be a preliminary thing for understanding the whole thing, how it works. You can try a lot of things here. So GSoC is very tough to get into, but GSSoC will give you the complete platform so that you can learn something, and then you will be more confident when you go into Google. So that is something which I would say it has a plus point here. And secondly, one more thing which I would really like to say is there are a lot of people, lot of mentors. Rohan is like one of the mentors, and Subranil has been like helping out a lot of people. And I'll be like, you will be finding me everywhere, wherever I get a chance. I would like to give you a technical help or technical guidance anywhere. And this is a good platform where you will be able to find a lot of awesome people, a lot of GitHub stars like Vinit Shadio and other people as well. Also Eddie Jody. I believe Eddie Jody should be there in GSSoC somehow or the other. So a lot of people who have got a real good credentials, you will be able to meet them and try to interact with them, and you will be also getting their knowledge too. So this would be a complete package for an absolute beginner for how to start with your open source journey, how to find projects to contribute. This doesn't only apply to GSSoC, but it can be for anything. But at the same time, GSSoC is made in India, and it's by Indians for Indians, so we can put something like that, and it's for everyone. Obviously, we are completely inclusive of all the genders, countries, whatever you call it. So it's all about learning. So that's about GSSoC in general. And coming to today's program, GSSoC 22, what are we going to do? So there are multiple things that we will be working on. So first thing, I'm going to share my screen and show you the GSSoC website, and I'll then go ahead with that. Okay. So if you want to, right, I'm just going to share my screen. I hope everyone is able to see the screen now. Here, yeah, in YouTube.
Can you switch to the dark mode?
Dark mode, okay. Let me try to. Okay, cool. Dark mode. Hey, this one, Oh, cool. There you go. So I'm just going to put this here. So this is the GSSoC's website where you need to go here for the registration. But before that, I'm going to quickly show you the schedule. If you see the schedule, registration is already over. So sorry about those people who have not registered. Next year, don't forget it. Start preparing from February month. Okay, wow. And now coming to the main stuff for the about. So this is the initial website where you will be able to find what is GirlScript and what is GSSoC. These are by the numbers. Actually, I guess it was me or someone else who was asking Subranil about, hey, we need the numbers, man. And then we got the numbers here. There are so many people who have registered for it. You can actually talk to 8,000 plus people right now. And obviously, this will be at the end of the program. If there are at least 2 PRs completed by every single participant, you will be easily hitting the 10,000 plus PRs. Maybe I would give you a small suggestion, make it as 15,000 PRs. Obviously, not everyone will be doing 2 PRs. So at least if they do at least 2 PRs, 16,000, let's round it off to 15,000. And there are more than 100 projects here. There are so many different countries who are participating in it. I don't think 14 plus countries is the right thing. It would be more than 20 plus countries now, I guess. And coming to the previous organizations, there are like so many other organizations that got connected. I believe this is, I'm going to switch to the light theme. So Blood Connect, there is Google DSC, and we have got other Microsoft. I mean, you name the big companies and they are all here. So there are a couple of projects which are created by NGOs and other stuff. So NGO projects, you will be able to put it on your resume. And I guess it's monotonous if I just talk about this. Go ahead, Subranil or Rohan, speak something.
Let me just you could still present. I'll cover this website thing. Okay, all right. So can you scroll?
I'm presenting the same thing. Go on.
Can you scroll down a bit? Yep. So as you can see, Praveen was telling these were our previous sponsors, right? So you can see pretty big names here. So we have similar sponsors this year as well. And as you can see, there's the schedule of the GSSoC 22. The entire schedule in a nutshell. So it's basically the contracted view of the entire schedule that we have. Okay. So Praveen, that's the end of this page actually. So, yep.
All right. And another main question people are asking is, where are the projects? Look at here. Here is the project. So just go ahead and click on this project link here. And I have also added this project link on the description, so you will not miss it. There is the link of this website as well as this project page as well. So here's the list of project for this year. And Rohan, would you like to continue?
Yeah. And please show them how they can access the GitHub repository of the project. Many people are confused how they will get the repository link.
Either that, or you can click on the name as well, name of the project at any point.
Yeah, exactly. So this page will help you to know that exactly which project is having which tech stack, and you can sort the project according to your tech stack. And it is not required that you will only contribute to a single project or contribute to multiple projects. That totally depends on you. Just make sure that you are not rushing behind every project and focusing on learning things.
So in simple terms, if you are a person who likes React, just type in React, and then you will be able to find all the projects that are attached to React.js. And in case if you, where is my project? So I guess we need to fix this thing or something like that. No, right? Oh, yeah, it is there here. So consider going there. All right, no worries. So these are the different projects which are tagged with React. I guess this is case insensitive, and you are happy to like put whatever you want to put and React.js or React or something like that, and it is going to immediately show you all those projects that are. So in case if you're good with HTML, here you go. In case if you are good with let's say Java, so Java people, you will also get JavaScript as well. So unfortunately that cannot be avoided with the way how the searching works, but still this is the place where you will be able to find all the projects. So finding the project is this way, and then first thing you want to do is you need to find out how you can start contributing. Who wants to go next?
So first of all, there's something you need to do as well on the server, right? So like when you're starting as a contributor, what you need to do, you have to select the projects from here first, obviously. And then on the server, you can see there's a channel called self roles channel. So you need to head over there and take up the roles, right? So that the channel is the categories, project category is visible to you. So once you're in, you can then contact the project admins or the mentors, and they're there to guide you basically. And apart from that, obviously you can head over to the repository, and there you can find they have listed many issues. You can create your own issues as well. Okay, like Praveen is showing the server. So basically, Praveen, could you go to the self roles channel if you could? Yep. So you can see there are all the projects.
How many? There are like so many things that just joined. I did not see all these things. Okay, here you go. Go on. Sorry.
Right. So yes. So right, as you can see, there are self roles. So you should take up your role first. The CPA is for project admin, M is for mentor, and C is for contributor. So once you have those, you have your roles, right? And then you need to take your project roles. So basically, you can see all the projects listed in alphabetical order mostly, like you need to take them up by reacting on the emojis below them according to the numbers assigned to them. And as soon as you do that, that channel will open up for you, and you can see that in the server, right? So that's all you need to do on the server. And next up, what you need to do, you need to head over to the GitHub repository. There you can see the project admins and the mentors have created up many issues, right? So see, Praveen has reacted to something. So he has reacted in resume, or he's a project admin for resume actually. So basically he has the resume category unlocked, right? So he can actually go and view those, right? So you can chat with all the people present here. They are there to guide you, and they will guide you like in a project specific manner, more project specific manner. But apart from that, you need to go to the GitHub repository, and here you can see the issues listed. You need to comment on that issue, that I want to work on this issue, and the mentors and the project admins will assign you to them, right? So once you have been assigned, you are free to do your own code and contribute in form of a PR, right? And then you'll get reviews, and like Praveen will really conduct covering the entire workflow in a detailed manner, but this is the general workflow, right? So basically you can see right here, there someone has made an issue and commented. So basically that he's a GSSoC 22 contributor and he wants to work on this, right? So and Praveen has assigned to him. You can see that right up top in assignees, and so you can see he is currently working on it, right? And then that guy has created yes, this is the PR that he has created and linked that issue to this PR. You can see, right? Fixes or closes or resolves hash that issue number, right? So once you do this, that issue is linked here, and Praveen the mentor will review it, and they will be finally merging it, right? So Praveen will be covering it maybe in a more detailed way, but this is it for now. Praveen, over to you.
Awesome. So this is what I would generally do in case if there is a review process is going on. So this is entirely the complete review process and other things. And in case if you are able to see that there are no more issues that are there. So what you can do is you can directly head on to this issues page and then create a new issue. And most of the applications, most of the projects will have something like, is it a bug report or a feature request? And there will be a lot of forms. Project admins, if you are looking at this, ask Rohan how to do this. All right. So these are forms where what you can do is, let's say if it is a bug, we can click on get started and then it will say like, this is the bug title. So let's say website not working. But before creating this, just go to issues and see if the website not working is already there. For example, in simple terms, this add download button, there were like so many people who have created this issue and then I have actually closed them as well. So if you see this one is an issue that was actually closed. It was actually added and then also closed. But this was like people have, without looking at the previous issues, they still started creating, we need a download button. There is a download button needs here. And we can see that a lot of people have been saying it is a duplicate of 86. And again, other people are blindly connecting with this, like I want to work on this. Please don't do that. Just make sure you are not creating any duplicate issues. And if you go to this one, there is already a person who has been assigned to this. And then we are completely working on the whole thing. And looks like this person has also created a pull request already. And we just need to go ahead and review. So what I generally do is, as a project admin, I go to the files changed here and we'll have a look at what exactly has been added. So I have the person has created a lot of things. Now it is completely good, but there is a problem here. The only thing is, can you please indent? So the indentation here is very important. So I'm just going to say, oops, this is not how I should be doing, but yeah, pretty much this one. So what I need to do here is I would be creating a single comment here. So for the whole file, please kindly indent the content in two. So what do you call this? 2 space mode. And I start a review. This is how people review the project. And I'm going to finish this review and request for changes. So pretty much it's a small change. So what the person will do, like Neha, if you're here, what you need to do is you will be just making sure the spaces are correct. And look at this. All these things are to be indented properly. So that is there in the first place in README. So make sure you are doing those things. So this is not a closed request per se, but it is going to be asking for changes. So that's about this one. So this is one simple process which I wanted to convey. But before that, I just wanted to ask every one of you here, any questions? Okay, so Utkarsh Raj, yeah, go on, sorry. Okay, Utkarsh Raj was asking, okay, go on. Rohan, go on. And before that, whoever was watching, please hit the like button to motivate this in case if you like it. Okay, go on. Rohan, your choice.
So before submitting or while submitting a pull request, it is very great that if you added some deployment link of the changes you did, that will be very helpful while reviewing the pull request.
I don't think they will be able to add deployment links, at least a screenshot, provide a screenshot, that will be really helpful.
Yeah, and there is one bot or something website like that. With the help of that, the deployment link get automatically added in the pull request created.
This has to be done using Netlify. There is Netlify deploy previews, but this has to be enabled by the project admins, not the contributors.
Yeah.
I think many people use Replit link as well, but
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. To be honest, what you can do is you can connect your GitHub profile with your Replit, and then you can just use. But do you think that they can deploy a specific branch and then show it?
Yes, I think they can, because the repository is separate and they are having all the access to do it on their repository.
Okay, so I believe Rohan will be able to guide us on that by sharing his screen. But yes,
and one more thing regarding the spacing, means each project has its different indentation properties. If someone is using Prettier, someone is using many other libraries are there. So just check once that the project is having which library, and as per that you can add the indentation in your project.
Yes, I have even added this particular part, and also I have given a couple of notes about the Prettier indentation. For example, if you have a look at this particular dot file, all the Prettier indentation is here. So if you see this, there is like literally. So this is project specific. Oh, I'm sorry. So if you look at this part, for example, in the code part, and if you go to the resume, the contribution guidelines and other things, you would be able to quickly look at this requirements here. And Visual Studio Code has got the dot file extension where you will be able to find out the complete configuration of Prettier tool, and every single thing is here. So this is something which most of the projects will have, and there is the installation instructions for the first time installation. For every time when you start to develop, please do this, etc., etc. So every single thing is here. At the same time, some of the repositories will have this contributing.md as well. So contributing.md will give you a great idea of what you need to do. So when you are starting to contribute, you have to ensure that all these dependencies are removed. So there are like a couple of things that are there before creating the pull request. And there is something called as git flow. So this git flow is mostly used by almost all the projects in GSSoC or any of the open source. So you start with forking this repository to your own account. Once you fork the repository, you will be cloning this repository by using the clone or download from your account, not from the original account. And then once you clone it using your account, you have to start with checking out on a different branch, a completely different branch. And then you will be starting to work on all these things. Once you have found out these are a couple of things that you will be changing, you will be adding those. You will be making sure everything is perfectly correct using the diff tool that is there in Git and GitHub. And the next thing that you would be doing is you will add those files that are changed. Once you have added all these files, the next thing is you will be writing the commit message. For the commit message, I generally use updated the build command, something like that I use. But at the same time, since we are using a branch name as the issue number hyphen CNAME hyphen update. So that is about the issue number. For example, in case if you want to, let's say, change the font style or something like that, and the issue number is 28, I would generally use git checkout hyphen branch. I would be using 28 hyphen change hyphen font. That is the branch number. And ensure that you are giving a good commit message. So what I have given here is updated the build command domain, updated the build command to include this particular thing, updated the homepage to refer to this particular domain name, and it fixes #2. So here also I'll be putting the fixes number, which is going to fix the original, close the original issue once this gets merged. So once you do this, immediately GitHub gives you this particular link, create a pull request for this particular branch by visiting this link. So if you click on that URL, you will be given something like this. Even if you're not visiting the URL, if you're just going to your repository that you cloned, it will say that there is this 2 CNAME update or 28 font update. Compare and pull request. If you click on compare and pull request, it is going to open a pull request where it will be comparing your repositories, your branch with the master or main repository of the source branch. So once you do this, you can click on create pull request. Since you wrote the commit message in very good way, that will be copied here. So you don't need to write it again. So when you're writing the commit messages, you can make sure you're writing it really good. And once you're doing it, you have created the pull request completely. And automatically the reviewers will get assigned, and then the reviewers will have a look at it. And please, just one more thing. you need to understand that most of the reviewers and mentors and project admins are busy in their real life. So they will take some time to review it and accept it. So just give them that time. And then finally, once you get your pull request checked, which we saw a couple of minutes ago, it gets merged. The merge button will be clicked by the project admin or the maintainers, and it says pull request successfully merged and closed. You can actually either delete the branch or you can do something. And once you go back to the original repository, see, Cats in Tech is not me. I am Praveen Science. You could see that Praveen Science updated the build command and domain, which comes in once your pull request has been merged. So once this is done, the next thing is, in case if you want to update your local repository, what you need to do is you need to check what are all the different remotes that you have got. You would be getting these two origin, which is the repository of your ownership, but you also need the repository of the original person's repository as well. So add that using remote add upstream, and then you would be having two remotes. One is your remote, which is the default remote. Another thing is the upstream remote. Never touch the default main branch or master branch, because whenever you want to update your master branch, what you can do is you can just do git pull upstream master or git pull upstream main, so that your local code gets updated with the latest code, so that you can branch out from the latest code. So once you do this, it would say this branch is even with Cats in Tech master, which means your branch, your local branch, the one which you Xerox copied, is there with the original branch as well. So everything is synchronized. So also, I guess GitHub is also providing a web synchronization. I don't know how much good it is working, but this is very effective. That is something which I want to say. For those people who do not want to use the command line, I guess they can use the GUI, which is provided by GitHub itself. And finally, if you want to again work on a new branch, go to your master branch, do a git pull origin upstream master or git pull upstream main, and then do a git checkout -b. Then, like, this is the 19th issue I'm contributing to. It is called contributions doc. So I'm putting 19-contributions-doc, and then I'm going into a new branch from the master branch. So once that is done, make sure you reach out to the concerned people and then ask if that is fine. So these are the code of conduct and other things are there. So that's about the how you should be contributing to the projects. Any questions?
So a small thing that I would like to add here is that like I'd suggest whenever you are making a PR, right, make it from a new branch, make a different branch, and from that go ahead and like do whatever Praveen has just. Yeah.
So just make sure you go to a new branch. Cool. Any other questions? I'm just looking at the thing as well, like the YouTube comments. Screen is blurred. It is actually going on 1080p. So can you just manually select 1080p? Right. Thank you so much, Aditya. Yes. Any other thing? Any questions? Please add your questions here. At the same time, anything to say further, Subranil or Rohan? Sorry, Rohan.
Yeah. So many people were asking me that how will the issue get closed? So in the pull request, you need to mention that fixes and then hashtag issue number. Praveen, can you please show that? Yeah, exactly. So adding this line will close the particular issue and you don't need to close that manually.
So along with that, I wanted to also show you from the official GitHub documentation, linking a pull request with issue. So the first one will be GitHub.
This, by the way, is also very important. Like Praveen, you can go ahead. Like this is very important that you link your issue to the pull request, so that the maintainer can actually track which issue you're solving, and it also gets closed like automatically. So it's cool. Yes, Praveen, go ahead.
So these are the keywords that you should be using, like how this person has used closes here. So closes is one of the keywords that's being used in this. So you can either use closes or fixes, fixed. resolve, resolves, resolved. There are these 9 keywords that you can use, and then immediately put a hash, and then immediately it will start showing you the list of issues or pull requests. Most probably it will be showing you the issues only, and then you just need to select the issue. So you know the issue number you are pushing, and like how I said, if you are putting it in the commits itself, you will be able to get this done easily. So that is one thing which I would like to say. So these are the different keywords. This is one way to do it. And the next thing for the manual linking of pull requests can be done by the project admins. Those people who have got admin rights. What I can do is in the development, I can click on it, and you can do that, link an issue from this repository. So project admins and maintainers and mentors, please note this down. You can just directly select an issue from here, and then you can just put it. Like, for example, you can put 81. This shows this resume hash 81, or you can say like download button, something like this. So you can even do that way. Okay, cool. So these are different ways of connecting the issues and pull requests.
Yeah. So we are having some question in the chat box. Can we get that?
Definitely. So there is a big question from Koya. Let's quickly answer that one. I was looking for issues to which I can contribute, but most of them are already assigned. Can you give an idea of what kind of issues can I create? Can creating a web page with some information can be an issue? See, it depends on the project. I guess it's better explained by others. Go on. Anyone who wants to explain it?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, okay, Rohan.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Like, I mean, see, this is very much, specific to a project, right? So it depends on the vision the project carries, right? So when the project admin has submitted his project as his passion project, or an organization has put on its project, right? So they have thought of a specific vision, what features it wants it to have, what specific pages it wants to have, right? So even if you see our website, we have so many pages, right? So basically they have their own plans. So that is the reason you need to actually converse with them in the channels for what kind of issues you need to work on. And then there's bugs and fixes. Those are pretty random, right? So you can go ahead and do them yourselves. Like if you find a bug in or some issue that needs to be fixed, even small issues, right? So you can create issues for that, and otherwise, you can speak with the project admins and get to know exactly what kind of things they're expecting from you, right? Rohan, you can add if you.
Yeah. So the first thing is you need to set up the project, because after setting up the project, you will be able to understand that which thing is working and which is not. After that, you can, if something is not working, you can get in touch with the project admin or mentor and tell them that this particular thing is not working. Then you can create an issue about that and start working on that. And if you need to add some feature in that project, then you need to contact to the project admin or mentor. Because see, if they are not willing to add that particular feature, then your hard work will be wasted. So first contact to the project admin and ask them that do you want this particular feature or not. And if they allow you, then go create issue and get your pull request merged.
So there is this next awesome question from someone. So how do I fork the project? So if you see here, what you need to do is there is this big fork button here. So I have connected as Praveen Science. And if I click on the fork button, if I have already forked this repository, I would be getting into this fork of this repository. Either I can fork to a different account, or I can open this particular repository that is going to be my forked repository. So this also says that this branch is for those people who wants to update the branch. All I need to do is fetch upstream, fetch and merge, and then it gets merged as well. So this is also easy to work on this way. This is what I was saying about the web-based fetching the upstream and then updating yours. At the same time, if I go back to another repository, for example, if I go to CatSynTech itself, there are like so many repositories. So let me try to fork another one. In case of this repository is not forked in your mission, what you can do is it will say, where should we fork this website? So it is going to ask this one. So if I click on this, it will be created as website -1 because I have another website, another repository which is named as website. So in case if I go to any other repository, so there is this resume landing. So I guess I'm going to show you this particular thing. So I'm gonna fork this repository, and then if I click on this is my username. I'm just going to click on this Praveen signs here. So once I click on this, it says forking. It is just Xerox copying thing, and then it is going to go to resume landing. So once I do this, you can see that my URL has been changed. So this is my URL and this is the original person's URL. And I have forked here, and you can see that there is one fork here. So in case if you have done with the project, you don't want this project anymore, you just go to the settings, and at the end, there is in the danger zone, delete this repository. I don't think you would be needing this until the whole program is over, because anytime you want to create one more fix for the project or something like that. But in spite of that, if you want to delete it, click on this delete your repository and then copy this one, paste it here. And then I understand the consequences, delete this repository. And you might need to provide your password as well. And then click on confirm password. Bam, that has been successfully deleted. So this is the way you will be forking the repository and unforking the repository. Refresh this page, this fork count will go 0, and clicking on this, it will show you where should I fork it. So I hope this forking thing helps you a lot. The complete thing, I guess it is Soumya L. I hope it is helpful. So, okay, we have got another person, another big question again from Santosh.
Praveen, can I 1 second?
Go on.
So basically, what Praveen said, right? I'd like to add one thing. You can see when you're forking a thing, you can see different accounts. You can see your own personal account and you can see organizations as well. So make sure you do that from the account you use to register in GSSoC, right? So because we'll be tracking it, right? Praveen knows that as well. We'll be tracking. Yes.
So many of them are actually asking, should I email the organizers? Should I email the project admins for getting myself associated with this repository? No, nothing is needed. Once you make a pull request, everything is tracked by GitHub. You don't need to do anything. Everything is automatically tracked. You just need to follow the Git workflow. Go on, Subranil.
Yep. So basically just what he said, basically when you are forking or making PRs, whatever you're doing, make sure you're doing it from the account you used to register in our program, right? So basically we'll be tracking all your, we'll be doing that. GitHub will be tracking that and we'll be putting it on our leaderboard. And that's the way we'll be calculating your scores and all, right? So that's another thing. And another thing that Praveen just showed, he showed how to delete your repository. Like he said, we don't think you need to do that unless you mess up your main branch, right? So whenever you're making a PR, make sure you create a new branch and make a PR from that. Like we said before, that's it. Praveen, you can go ahead with the other question.
Hiranmayi, you can use only GUI if you are comfortable with it. But personally, even if you ask Rohan or Subranil, we feel that command line interface is far more powerful in controlling everything rather than using the GUI. By the way, as Subranil said that in case if you are messing up with your main branch, you have to delete that thing and then recreate it, but refork it. But you will be losing all your previous branches and other things, whatever you have done in GitHub. So obviously it is a little bit tough to learn the command line interfaces, but there are so many YouTube tutorials and there are sessions conducted by GSSoC to help you with GitHub command line as well. I guess I'm also taking a session or Rohan is taking a session. So feel free to follow them. And in case if you're not feeling okay with using the command line or if you're scared, it's completely all right. Use GUI. And in case if you're messed up something, just feel free to contact Rohan. Rohan is always free to help you all. Contact me as well. So that's something which I wanted to say. And over to you, Subranil, for answering Santosh's question. And this is not only Santosh's question. It is a question from more than 100 people I have met in the past few days. How do I register now? My deadline has passed.
So basically, see, the thing is, we actually extended our, timeline 3 times already, right? It was not meant to be open till 25th. But we have got a timeline to follow, right? So we have to do many things. We have to assign mentors to projects, right? We have to once we have gone through an entire selection process, right? We have a tech team who do that. So basically it's out of the loop exactly, right? If I try to add you now, it's like I'd suggest we can't actually do that, right? We have a rigid timeline, but yes, we have
a process to follow.
Yes, we have many other programs as well. There's the Winter of Contributing. Praveen has been a part of that as well. But yes, even I have been like a part of it. But yes, so basically there are many other open source programs. It's not like this is the only way, right? And we'll be having the next edition as well. So basically, we'd suggest that you fill the form in time next time. That kind of thing. Like it's really difficult for us to do that. That's it.
And there is another nice question from two of them, Wayne and Sonikesh, regarding the deadline for issues. Speak to your project admin. It depends on the project, exactly. Depends on the type of task that you have taken up. It also depends on your skill set as well and how comfortable you are working on that, because everything matters. And in case if you are not able to finish it in like 5 days, maybe when you are taking the, I would request every single project admin to give a small deadline for the issue as well, in case if you are able to, but probably 2 days, 3 days, something. It depends on you. It totally depends on the project and how complicated it is. I have seen some of the pull requests in my own repository within 5 minutes because that was an urgent fix. And I spoke to all the people here. They said like, I can do it immediately. They did it as well. So these are a couple of things that I would like to say. And yes, definitely Ayush.
So like, see, like Praveen said, this is definitely based on, the project you're contributing to and based on the project admin, right? So I saw in some project, what some project admins have done, they have given, a 2 day deadline to the easy issues, and then the moderate issues, they have given a 4 days, and to the, like very difficult issues, they've given a 6-7 day timeline, right? Basically, it completely depends on the project admin. Also, it depends on how, how important that feature is to the working of the project, right? So there are some features, like if you don't implement them, the others can't build on it, right? So basically those things need to be done on priority, and they might tend to have a, limited time frame in which you need to submit them, right? So basically speak with your PA, project admin, and they'll be telling you about it, right? Yep.
Yes, exactly. And project admin and mentor will also mention the deadline on the particular issue. Yeah, and we'd like to add something regarding the deadline of program, that many people are saying that I was unable to register for the program. But to be honest, for contributing to any project, you don't need to be as a part of any program. You can just go on to the repository and create issue, create pull request. The project admin and mentor will be happy to review your pull request.
I'm so sorry. I'm also responding to a couple of people.
Yes. We do that even we are not when a part of program and all. Like we all are, active and all in GitHub. So you might contact us otherwise. But I think like if you're participating in a program, like try to follow the channels and and all, like the channels who share when the forms are out and all, right? Okay, Praveen.
So Abhishek Kumar asks, how can I be a mentor in Winter of Code? Subranil.
Okay, so see, like this is not really a, this is not a very, like I can't really answer it in a very rigid way, but yes, I can tell you something. See, like what we do, like when we are selecting mentors for any program, right? So or supervisors. So basically, what we do, we look into their GitHub profile, their GitHub activity, what kind of organizations they're part of, what kind of. Rohan, can you mute your? Okay. Yes. So what kind of organizations they're part of, what kind of projects they have contributed to, what are their contributions, that kind of way, right? So we look through their GitHub, we look through their LinkedIn, and like basically the socials, right? So what experience do they carry with them? Like we cannot actually instate anyone who applies, right? So basically that kind of thing. Just be active, be part of programs. We help other people, and we'll get we'll understand that you are active in community, right? So that's the way to become a mentor or supervisor, anything, right? I hope that answers your question.
Okay, cool. So Soumya, in any way, open source contribution will help for resume weightage. So in your resume, generally you will be putting your GitHub link, right? Hey, by the way, I want answers from both of you as well. Okay. So I just wanted to tell my own experience, what happened to me and what I did as a recruiter or a interviewer. First thing, as a developer, I put my GitHub URL on my resume. I have got around 100 different jobs from different companies who are in Git and GitHub space. Like, people look at your Git and GitHub profile. Okay, that is actually a living resume for your coding stuff. See, why are people hiring you? Because you know how to code, right? So what is the proof that you know how to code? One, Stack Overflow answers. Number two, obviously your Git and GitHub profiles. So your Git profiles will show you what exactly you're coding with, what are you coding on, etc., etc. So this will be like a living resume for you. That's one thing. And people like me, we used to look at resumes and then find the GitHub links and then find how frequent people have been contributing to open source. It's not about like contributing to open source or whatever it is. It is about how much passionate you are on doing different types of coding stuff, because that is what you will be doing 24/7 in the office, right? So we want to know how much you are working on those kind of things. That's the first thing. Second thing is, what technology tech stacks that you are working on. So if you look at my profile or something like that, so may I share? Okay, yeah. So if you go ahead and check out my profile, by the way, there is also a way to configure your GitHub profile to look like this, like a website or something like that. This is my GitHub profile. Here you will be able to see, leaving the fancy things, you'll be able to see what areas you will be able to contribute. So mine, it says 42.5% JavaScript, 32.5% CSS, HTML, SCSS, PHP. So Rohan or Suvranil, what do you think about this particular guy? What is he good at? So who is he?
Yes.
Front-end developer?
This is pretty much important. See, this is he's a front-end developer. He works with frameworks. You can basically see it, right? How, like, by the amount of thing he has contributed to. Like, I have a similar stat as well. So basically, yes. So that's the kind of thing you can, like, basically you can see everything, right?
Right.
Like, also, like, I'd like to add another thing. Like Praveen said, he has much more experience than me by being a recruiter and all. But I've been doing the recruiting for our GSSoC team, right, this year, right? So
hey, I want to ask you one thing. Please answer this. How to become a program manager in GSSoC 23?
Okay. Cool. It's actually the same thing. We applied, right? They went through our GitHub profile. First they went through our GitHub profile. Second, they went through our activity in the previous programs, right? So I was way too active in the winter of contributing as a supervisor. And then they had an interview with us. They sent us links and we had an interview, and like then they onboarded us onto the team through an offer letter and all. So that's the kind of thing we had, and that's what we do, right? So basically, like Praveen has a README here. I'd strongly suggest you make one. Like Praveen, if you could like open mine as well. Can you do that on your stream? Like
I was about to say that. What is your
Suvranil, just Suvranil, yes. RANEL. Yep.
Correct?
Yep. Please don't judge me on the colorful thing.
Oh, wow.
But yes. So,
wow.
So basically, that's cool. That's cool. Like, all right. Don't judge me on the colorful thing. But if you
and click on the follow button in Suvranil's one and in mine as well.
Yep. Can you, like, Praveen, can you scroll down a bit? Like Praveen showed you. Can you scroll down? More, a bit more. So
hey, I'm copying your profile, man.
Whatever you do, whatever you do, put them on here, right? All the projects you have, the cool projects you have, pin them here. Like basically, you are showcasing your skills, right? When you are doing something, you need to showcase how active you are, right? So basically that, how many hours you've contributed on, like how active you are on GitHub, how regularly consistent you are. So you can see, right, what Praveen said, you can figure out from my thing as well that I'm a front-end developer, right?
This guy works on Java. I'm not going to talk to you again.
That's for the college projects. Let's talk about this here. But yes, like I'm a front-end developer, and I basically I'm a polyglot, so I work on other languages and as well. But yes, you can see the activities, you can see everything. You customize it as much as you can, right? It will show the people how active you are, how, that kind of thing. And it is much more, interactive and very, what do I say, very impressive than a resume, right? Whenever that's cool. Okay, whenever we are judging, based on your resume, like as a developer, I think this is the best form of resume you can create, right? So yes, over to you, Praveen.
Okay, I'm sorry, man. I need to say this. Since everything in GitHub is public, I'm going to copy every single part of Sovereign's README on myself because it's amazing, like literally amazing.
I am going to copy that graph.
Hey, graph, it's already there now. So these are a couple of things that you can do to
make that one. Just scroll a little bit.
This one.
Yeah, this one. This green one.
That's the isomorphic graph. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm doing it as well. It would be nice if you could actually do the 3D thing, but it is still not ready in our browsers. But yes. Okay, cool. So these are a couple of things like what Sovereign said, what I said, what Rohan said. These are a couple of things you can make your GitHub profile look like a living resume. And this, if you look at this, okay, it is scary, but still, if you look at this page, definitely a person who is a recruiter will definitely get it. So we'll see how it can be made better. Yours can be made better. I can help you out. Rohan can help you out. Sovereign can help you out. People here who are mentors and project admins can definitely help you out in all these things. So don't hesitate to ask it.
Yeah, and while applying for some freelancing project also, you can share your GitHub link.
Look at me. I have done a lot of things like this. Please accept me. No one will say no, right?
And there is proof of the code also. So that will be help them to.
So nothing can be tampered here. It is something like blockchain, Bitcoin kind of a thing. So this is done by you. So it is belonging to you. So no one can, erase the thing that is happening on Git and GitHub. It is like a time machine of your own development portfolio. Right. So that is about all these things. And let's also open GSSoC. This is the GirlScript Summer of Code website for those people who have not seen it. And here's the project, the list of projects again. And there is also a frequently asked questions page as well. So looking at this one, if you are a beginner, you will be gaining a lot of things. And it is not just for girls. GirlScript is the name of the company and it is for everyone. And it's completely free, blah, blah, blah. Every single thing is written here. Let's go back to the questions so that we can answer some of them.
And we actually have a 50-50 ratio, right? So it's equal opportunity for everyone. That's the best part, right? So yeah.
True. Okay, so there is another question. So thanks, Soumya, for asking this question. I hope this was helpful for you. And there is this question from Sanskriti Bharadwaj. How will I know who is my mentor? There is no mentors for you. There will be mentors for a particular project. And even that is given in most probably in the project's repository README file, or you will also be able to find it from the GitHub, GirlScript Summer of Code's project page, I believe. Hey, have you added that?
It's not live yet, actually.
It is added. It is not live yet. Technical difficulties. Please, Manichiko.
Basically, you can see there's a gap there because there are some things we need to sort out first. Like we have the sheets and all, but you can see activity and all that kind of, for that kind of reason, we'll be putting it on. But yes, you can find them on the channels, right? So basically contact them on the Discord. You can see they have the different colors in their names. So basically you can find them there.
Okay, I was about to say something and I totally forgot. Okay, so yeah, they will be, trust the team. They will be doing a great work and it will be coming up on the screen as well, on the website as well. So that is there. So the next question is, how do I create an issue? How do I create the whole workflow typically? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into a fake account here and then I'll start with working on an issue. Okay, so I'm going to click on sign in. In case if you don't have an account, please sign up. And I'm going to use a fake account here, which is called setco-website. And don't try to guess the password, please. My boss will kill me. It's a client thing. Okay, now once you go here, damn. Okay, just give me a second. I just need to add the 6-digit code and stuff. So if there is a conflict, I could see that a lot of people are saying there is a conflict and what should I do, etc. I'll come to that too. Not a problem. And where is my code? This is so bad and embarrassing. Okay, got it. I got the code now. So, yeah. So once you put your code, it gets signed in as this one. So what was the thing about? It's cat syntech/resume, right? So this is the application. This is the original repository. This is in the project admin view. When you see this light mode, it is the project admin view. When you see the dark mode, it is the contributor view. So if you are a contributor, take note of what I'm doing in this view, in the dark mode view. If you are a project admin, take a note of the light mode view. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I look at the issues. I don't understand any issues, or all the issues are like taken up by people. So what I want to do is I will first look at the code. Okay, first look at the README. Okay, the tech stack is HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and React.js. Do I know React.js? Yes. Do I know Bootstrap? Yes. Do I know JavaScript, HTML? So make sure that you are knowing the tech stack before you attempt to solve something. So only if you know A, B, C, D, you will be able to start writing words, right? So that is the first thing. Then go through the system requirements and try to install all these things. Installation instructions are all here, and make sure you are putting everything here. You are trying to work on it. And then this is how you will be doing the installation, and this is how you will be doing the development mode. So now what we can do is we can try to create a small change. So what I'm going to do now is, the first thing is I see that it is 2020 open source program. This is not right? It is supposed to be 2022 open source program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if there is any issue that is changing to the 2022, but seems like no one has raised that issue. So since there is no issue raised, as a contributor, I'm going to raise an issue. It is going to say bug report or feature request. I'm going to say it is a bug report. It's a wrong thing from the project admin side of things. So I'm just going to click on get started. It is going to say bug title here. Okay, right. It's GSSoC 2022, not 2020. So you have to say in the README, and don't do these kind of basic things. These will not get you points. Okay, in the README, you have mentioned that it's GSSoC 2020, but we are in 2022. Dude, are you stuck in a time war or something like that? I mean, like, don't be so sarcastic. Just make sure you're respectful enough to tell what should be changed. How can we see the README? This is an optional thing. You can just ignore it. You can also put this urgency thing, which is low priority, medium priority, high priority. This is actually a low priority one, but I'm going to put it as high priority and submit the issue. And once you do this, you can also claim the issue. I would like to pick up this issue. Please assign this to me. Just make sure that you know what you're doing before doing anything. Okay. And then I click on comment. So once you do this one, I would be able to see that this is the project admin view. I would be getting an email. I would be getting a notification in my Discord. I would also be getting a notification in my mobile. So just do only once. And here I will see this one. Oh shit. I totally forgot to change this. Okay, what happened? In the README, you have mentioned, yes, this is true, this is correct. And I would like to pick up this issue, please assign to me. Okay, cool. And also, sometimes these bots will be there which will try to tell you what you need to do. Thanks for raising an issue. Please ensure that it is detailed and clear along with an acceptance criteria. So that is completely detailed, and it is saying that it should be 2022, not 2020. So what I can say is, yes, you're right. I'm sorry. It was my mistake, or it's actually a bug in the product. So I'll say, okay, go ahead. And then I'm going to assign it to this particular person who has raised it. So what, as a project admin, I would do is, after assigning it, I will say is, yes, you're right. Please go ahead and start working. Once you get this go ahead, you start working. Rohan will explain why. Why, Rohan?
Yeah, because now the project admin is ready, means they are accepting their mistake or there is a big bug in the product and they are ready to accept your pull request. Means they are asking you, please come up with your changes. We will be happy to merge them.
And like another reason I'd like to add is like if you don't go get this green light, it could be that some other person is working on the same issue, right? So basically we don't want your efforts to go in vain. So that's the kind of thing. You should wait for the green light, and then like it could be a duplicate issue, it could be something invalid issue, maybe the project admin does not want you to work on that, right? So basically wait for their approval, and then like they will be telling you it's assigned to you, they will be maybe adding a label and that kind of thing, right? And then you can go ahead and create your PR, right?
So once you have got your assignment done, what you need to do is start working on the issue only if you know what you're doing. Okay. And the next thing that you will be working on is you should be going to, okay, how many of you want magic? How many of you want to see a magic? Just type in magic in the chat box. Magic. How many of you want to see a magic? Anyone? Abhishek, definitely yes, man. I'll do this. Okay, I could see like magic from a lot of people except Subranil. Tell. Okay, some people are also telling Jadu.
I didn't like. Yes, I'm definitely in. I'm definitely in. I definitely want to see the magic, Praveen. Like, I didn't just get like you wanted me to comment as well. Like,
yes. So you have the right to open your mouth, man. So okay. So the first thing is, what do we do? You are the first person who. So this is the guy who is a contributor who raised it. So what you need to do is first thing is fork it. So I'm just going to click on the fork button. So it is going to do cat syntax resume. In case if you don't have any other things, it's directly going to do cat syntax resume as fork. And now I believe everyone wants to see the magic, right? So where exactly this change needs to be done? In your page. For those people who are scared about working with command line, take your hand, press the dot button here. Boom. That's the magic for you. So look what happened. You're able to see a VS Code running here. Cool? Okay, how many of you know this magic before, by the way?
I didn't know this, by the way. Yep. Let me clear that out. And I'll definitely be using this next time.
Okay. Excellent. So in this way, what you can do is you can immediately work on things right away. So what I would suggest you do is go back and you want to create a new branch. Okay. So here, what exactly the issue is supposed to be fixed? It is going to be 95 and it is 2022 to 2020. Okay. 2020 to 2022. So I'm going to put 95, 2022, change 2020 to 2022. Okay. Create a branch 95, change whatever this thing from master. Okay. I'm just going to click on create. And then once I do this, this is a new branch that got created. So I'm just going to put the dot button here. Also, you can do the same thing from your VS Code as well in this. What you can do is you can directly press this thing somewhere here. Everything will come. Yeah. So you can also click on this and then you can create a new branch from. I was just bit forgot to do that. Did a dumb work. Sorry about that. So double click on this README file. So what we need to do is here is where we need to change. So I'm just going to do a Control F or Command F in Mac and do 2020. And then let's make it as 2022. And it is exactly showing the correct. GSSoC.tech is not the right thing. I guess it is supposed to be GSSoC.girlscript.tech. So we'll just copy this link, update this link as well. And again, this one should be the updated one. So 2022 space. Again, this link needs to be updated. This link needs to be updated. I guess I'm going to get real beating from this guy, Suranil. Okay, so now we have actually updated everything, and project admin, it shows 2020. Yes, something is there. So I believe that is what we have to do. So I'm going to save this. Once you save this, it is going to update it here immediately. So the moment you commit this one, it is going to commit it permanently. By the way, in case if you want to change this theme to a dark theme, you can even put theme, color theme. I want to go to GitHub Dark or Dark Visual Studio. Damn, okay, that was crazy. Sorry about that. Now what we are going to do is fix the year to 2022 and websites. So what all things did I do? First thing, fixed all the instances of 2020 to 2022. Second thing, fixed the old website to correct URL. And then also I would be doing something else as well, right? What is it? Yeah, that's correct. Fixes hash. What is the issue number? It is 95. Okay. So I do all these things and then I press this tick button. Once I press this tick button, it gets directly updated in the branch. So if I go to this particular branch again, you would be able to see that 95 2022 to 2022 has got a recent push, compare and pull request. So I click on this compare and pull request. Once I do this, look at what is the base repository. This is Cats and Tech Resume master. And this head repository is the contributors repository, resume, and and also it says that it looks like it's the first time you're opening a pull request. Make sure you see the contributing guidelines. If I open this one, I could see that all these contributing guidelines where I was following every single thing, like using from the naming convention and everything. So now once we have done all these things, I know what I'm doing. So I just say close. And then here it says closes or fixes. So this I have already done it. So I will be removing it, or we'll just cut this part and we'll put this one. Okay. And the next thing is brief description of what has been changed. So I can just cut this part and then put these two things. Put an X on these boxes that apply. If you are not able to put the X here, you can put this here. So what you need to do is don't put spaces and all. Okay. Just put an X like this. It is not a bug fix. It's not a feature. It's just a documentation change. I'm just removing the space and putting an X mark, which on the preview, you will get a tick button, which is closed. Okay. Which is checked. And then we can also say that you have to do this. Yeah, I have done this, commented this thing. I have made the corresponding changes. My changes generate no new warnings. So it is going to ask you for a screenshot. Either you can take the screenshot and send it over here by looking at this particular thing. Wait, I'll just show you. So this is the particular repository, right? So you are able to see that there is 2022. I need to refresh this page. So if you go down, you are able to see that everything is 2022. There is one 2020 here. I missed it. See? So let's leave this like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and then maybe I will use my preview, open a new thing. And, generally this is something which people will like that you are very passionate about these things. So you can just put that's done. This is also done. So something I generally do this way. Okay. So
another thing, like if you want to do what Praveen is doing, like I think you should use a screen snip or something like.
In Mac, it is already available. In Linux, it is already available. In Windows, it is also already available. You can use snip and then you can do all these things. I guess there is a new version of snipping tool as well. So try to find out what it is. I'm not using Windows, so I don't know what exactly it is. So once you do the screen clipping, what I'm doing is I'm just doing a copy. Okay, edit copy. That's all I'm doing. And then I go to this particular place where it says screenshot. Please attach the screenshot in case if something is changed. I'm just going to put paste. It is going to automatically upload the image.png, and then it will give you some kind of a URL, which in the preview, you can actually see that is here. And now, once you go to the right page again, other information, there is nothing. This is a part of demo. Okay, something like this I gave. let's use this one. Okay, so now I also get to see that how many commits have been done, how many files have been changed, and how many contributors are this. So just make sure that you have perfectly made only one commit or like whatever. So this is what is expected. You saw this one, you saw this one, you saw this one. See, it is GSSoC 2022, not 2020. So this is exactly connected with it. And you see that you have changed this, but you know that you haven't changed something else. Now, if you are happy with the whole thing, click on the create pull request. So once you click on the create pull request, it is going to show something like this. Now I go here, I see that there are like so many pull requests coming here. Okay, so I go inside this one. All right, you are going to fix something called as 95. Okay, it is not GSS. Okay, I know this issue. This is my fault. And it is a bug fix documentation update. And it is going to be this one. Okay, that's fine. This is a part of demo. Okay, I understand. So since this is the first time people are, this person is doing, you can approve and run the thing, which I don't need to do here. And the next thing is I go to the commits. I look at how exactly their committing method is done. Okay, this looks really nice. All right, I'm okay with this. And I go to the files changed. So this person has changed all these things. I feel okay. But the moment I see the whole file, I would find out that there is this 2020. So look at this. This is already here. 2020 is here. Dude, you forgot this. So there are people who can put a review comment as well. So what you can do is, for those people, this is very important. I'm going to start a review here telling that you forgot this one. And I'm going to say request changes. It is actually partially rejected. It's not rejected per se. It is just that you forgot this line. You need to go ahead and change it and come back. So in case if the person is looking at this, okay, I will fix it. And then what you would be doing here is immediately you go to that file wherever is the file is. So in your own branch, this branch itself. So if you are clicking on this, you'll be able to find this README file here. So you open this README file, click on edit, or should we do our dot technique? Let's go to this place itself. So here, if you press the dot technique, you will be able to see that the same page, same file. So you can quickly see 2020. It shows two places. So this is the 2020. Okay. So we will just make it as 2022. And then what is the other 2020? So this is something else. We don't know what exactly this one is. But anyway, who cares? We'll just put 2022. Okay. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to say fixed the other changes as well. You don't need to put all the fixes and other things as per review. And then you can just put tick mark. Once you put the tick mark, and what happens here is immediately, this is the project admin view. I got the whole change as well. And here, if I refresh this page, whatever I responded here becomes outdated. Now, what I need to do is, okay, this guy has done something. I'll go check out the commits. Okay, fixed other changes as well per review. Okay, good, nice. I go to the files changed. I see everywhere 2022 is changed, and I'm feeling happy about this. So I go click on the review change. I'm gonna click on the approve. I'm gonna give looks good to me. LGTM means looks good to me, not a bad word. So press enter, and then I submit the review. Once I submit the review, I will be taken to this place where this approve and run thing place is there. I don't want to waste GitHub's resources. So I'm going to click on squash and merge. Generally, I use squash and merge. And since I'm the administrator and no other reviewers are accepted at this point of time, I'm going to cheat people. So I'm just going to click on confirm squash and merge. And at any point of time, when you are looking at this, if you are having your pull request, where is your pull request? So if you see here, your pull request has been accepted, which is great. So if you go to your pull request, you have to make sure that there are labels here. Damn, this person hasn't added labels. Okay, so thanks for accepting. Please add labels. So make sure you're getting the labels added, or else you will be into trouble. The project admins will be into trouble. Subranil will be into trouble. Technically, I'll be into trouble as well in case if they are hiring me to make the leaderboard again. So I'll be also into trouble. So let's not trouble anyone. Please add the labels, and immediately the project admin, okay, all right, I'll just add the labels. So what I would be doing here is, this is not the labels that you will be looking for, because I'm just going to, this is not going to be included. So I'm going to use GSSoC 2020. And I added this label, and I also would like to add the beginner label for this. And then I'm going to put this way. So once you do this, you know that you are using your GitHub repository, your GitHub URL to do this, right? So if this particular URL has been, if this particular profile has been registered with GitHub and with GSSoC, this will be automatically tracked by GSSoC leaderboard, and your name will be coming on the top. More on that by Subran. Subran, go on.
I'm sorry, Praveen, exactly what your voice was actually breaking.
The leaderboard stuff. So how does the point calculation happens?
Okay, basically, okay, cool. Got it. Cool. So the thing, see, what Praveen did here is actually to be done by the mentor or the project admin, mainly the project admin. But okay, so basically, what they'll, if like you said, if they forget, please remind them that they have not made the labeling thing as well. But yes, what they'll be doing is they'll be assigning the GSSoC 22 label so that we get to know that it is actually counted towards our program, number one. And number two, based on your contribution, like based on the how much time consuming it is, how difficult it was to implement, that kind of thing, how priority by how important it is to the to the project, right? Based on that kind of thing, they'll be assigning you a level, right? So level 1, level 2, level 3. So basically, obviously, as you can you can guess, right? So the labels carry some weightage, right? So based on which level it is, okay, which level it is, basically we'll be pulling it onto a leaderboard, and accordingly we'll be summing up the points for you. So yep.
Okay, cool. So I hope that was clear. So I'm just going to go to the next question. So repeater. Hiranmayi, which one you wanted to repeat? Sorry. Yeah, please ask your question, Hiranmayi and Abhishek, if you want me to repeat something. Wayne, yes, GitHub is owned by Microsoft.
They were asking about the magic.
Okay, the press thing, is it? Okay, press dot in your keyboard or just change .com to .dev. That also works. Okay, that is the magic. Thanks, Pooja. Okay, so by the way, how to update the forked repo with the original repo by using the pull request. This complete method is the way you can update it. Rohan has already answered it. Vetri Chanakya, how you get the bulletin points in the commit text, bro? Using star, just use the star and it is marked down. Or hyphen. You can use star hyphen. There is another thing that you can use. I just need to check what it is. So you can use anything. And okay, then pull on local, right? Yes, that's correct. Just use minus or star.
I think Praveen will be sharing a markdown cheat sheet as well on the server.
Yeah, that would be great. So as Suranil says that you will be getting the markdown cheat sheet as well. So that's it. Yeah, cool. The button thing, dot button thing. Just go to any GitHub repository. Make sure you are logged in as a perfect user and press the dot button on your keyboard. Boom, you'll be taken to this one. Hey, Nitesh. Thank you. So any other questions with respect to, I guess we have almost covered everything and it is like more than 1.5 hours now.
Yeah.
Sorry about the time. We will blame three of us for getting it late. So yeah, I guess, yes, pretty much we have covered everything for this session. So anything else, Subranil? And it's also late in India for you all. And even I'm in India, it's 8:30. I guess you all need to go and have food.
Okay, guys.
Something.
Yep. Rohan, you can go ahead. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Please don't try to contribute to any React project or any project which needs logic with that magic. Just don't edit the changes there because we don't have the access to terminal there and we can't check the things.
So yes, like he touched upon
setting up the project on your local system.
Yep. So like Rohan touched upon the point, there's a very important thing I was about to address. Like, when you are contributing, make sure you have the spirit of open source. Don't like we have seen some projects, like we have similar projects, like so we have seen some contributors contributing the same thing to different projects, or maybe we have seen them plagiarizing content from somewhere or the other. So please don't do it, because number one, we have tools for checking, number one. And number two, like they can obviously plagiarism will not be tolerated and they will be rejected, right, by the mentors. But still,
in simple terms, see, people will be looking at your contribution in public. For example, let's say you got into Google by any chance, and then Google's reviewers are like recruiters are reviewing your GitHub profile, and if you are having a lot of plagiarized content, oh my God, why did I even give him? Withdraw the bad things might happen, so don't do it.
Exactly, right. So basically you are infringing on, so many terms, like for our program, for that content, the author of that content. So please don't do that kind of thing. And like I said, also don't contribute the same PR to, more than one project. Like that should be done, right? So like that's it, I guess. Rohan, were you telling something else? I wanted to just touch upon it.
Yeah, and if you find the same issue, then you can give the particular issue to someone else. Means it's not required that the person creating the issue should work on that. If you know that I have already done the particular thing, you can ask someone else to.
Yep. And like in case any of you joined late, right? So we'll be putting this, we put all the recordings of all our workshops, all of events in a particular channel in our server. If you go and see, there's something called feedback channel, like that. There's something called feedback, and I think the similar kind of name, I don't really remember it, but yes, like events feedback, right? So basically you can go there and you will be having recordings for all our Twitter spaces, all our sessions, everything at once, right? So if you missed it or joined late, you can go and find it all there, right? And feel free to check out the tech resources channel. Praveen, like me, Praveen, many people, all the project admins share useful stuff there. Please go there. You can see the GitHub, the entire thing that Praveen said, the CLI commands, the cheat sheet, maybe I'll be uploading today, the markdown cheat sheet, basically everything, right? So it's very important. And okay, on the CLI as well, like Praveen said, please try to use the CLI. But yes, there are so many tools, GUI tools, right? See, like Git Kraken, GitHub Desktop, like the web GUI as well. But like we believe that as a developer, you should actually, get acquainted with the CLI, because wherever you're deploying actually, right? So whatever you are using, the CLI is an integral part of your like development stuff, right? So that kind of thing. And I think that covers everything. Praveen, were you like?
Yeah, sure. I was about to answer a couple of questions as well. So I shared a couple of links as well. Like people are asking about my repository. Rohan has shared the link and score of different levels. So Subranil will be answering that in a few seconds. And thank you, Zashi Patil. And Wayne says, okay, mark his words by any chance. Why da? Okay.
Abhishek is saying something.
Abhishek says that on which software this video is streaming, using StreamYard or what? StreamYard is my complete enemy for me as well as Subranil as well, because StreamYard messed up everything, right? Sorry, in case if you are given a like sponsorship, sorry StreamYard. But yeah, so unfortunately my mission doesn't support StreamYard, so I'm using Zoom along with OBS, along with some more hardware encoder. I have got a Microsoft Surface here as a hardware encoder, and then this is the machine that is actually streaming to the whole thing. And it's a custom setup. I use Photoshop or Canva to do all these awesome things, and then bringing people inside this. So that is what I did. So UI is designed by me and Rohan and Subranil. So we three of us designed the UI, and imagination is your limit, like sky is the limit. So do whatever you want and then get it. You have Photoshop, you have Canva, those kind of software will help you in creating all these beautiful things. So that is what I have done. And then I'm just putting this Zoom's windows on top of it using OBS. That's all I have done. Okay. And over to you, Subranil.
Yep. Also, I'd like not like what Praveen said, right? So I don't actually have a problem with StreamYard. We actually do sessions of StreamYard. I'd not like to say that because we actually have them as sponsors.
Exactly. Yes. Sorry, StreamYard. In case of like, I was having it's not with StreamYard, but my computer has a problem with WebRTC. So it is StreamYard, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, every single thing that use WebRTC is gonna not work in my computer. So that is it. It's not about StreamYard.
Is that a Mac issue, or is that like I don't think
it is my machine has got this WebRTC driver that is I messed it up. So it is the same problem why my phone doesn't take up WhatsApp calls as well. So being an over enthusiastic developer, I just messed up on it. So once I open StreamYard or Google Meet or appear.in or Jitsi or whatever it is, the moment I open, my system crashes, screen crashes. And if I receive anyone who is giving me a WhatsApp call, my phone crashes. Blame me.
Another question that we have, when you can actually like the git commands, you can actually find that in the resources channel that I mentioned, right? So it's at the very top. You can actually find that. And obviously the internet is a wonderful place for, like, you can find workshops of this kind. You can find, complete workflows. You can have them by us, you can have them by Praveen, right? So like when I was contributed, even I used to watch, like that kind of things anyway. So yes.
Hey, sorry, someone was complimenting about my T-shirt. So it was created by Eddie Jody, which has my name.
Yep.
Okay, also, thank you.
Okay, I'll Praveen will talk about that later. But like I was actually speaking with Eddie today about community partnerships. But okay, all right. He's a very, very like active guy. So, yeah.
I thought he said not to say it today.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So you all have a surprise, but the surprise is no more.
Yep.
So Eddie is coming.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, so anything else, guys? Any questions that we have? Do we have any more questions? I think. Otherwise, we can wrap up this session, right, Praveen?
So a quick thanks for everyone. Thanks Hiver Kia for awesome compliment. Thank you so much. And Abhishek, I did not understand what exactly you said. Hey Sanjay. Thank you so much, Wayne, and appreciating every one of you who have come, spent time with us. And yes, please hit subscribe. Thank you. Anything else, Subranil?
No, I think that's enough. All the best, guys. I hope this clears many of your doubts, right? And maybe we'll be, of course, we'll be having more sessions. We'll be having like speakers from specific, like it will be a surprise for you, right? I don't want to spoil it, but we'll be having speakers from many organizations. We'll be having workshops. We might be having hackathons as well. Like we are working on it. But yes, stay active, stay contributing, and I think like that covers it all. Like
one thing which I wanted to say at the end. Stay home, stay safe, stay away from corona.
Yes.
So everyone, would you like to say bye?
Bye.
Okay, folks. Bye everyone.